if you have so much of something, the only thing that you can do realistically is give it away. Or the opposite, if you have nothing, the only thing that you can gain is everything. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, bringing you another video on the 7 spiritual laws of success. It's a book written by Deepak Chopra. If you happen to miss the first video of the series, I'll link it up here in the corner. But I am going to be providing all 7 laws broken down to you, and it is part of a series, part of the playlist. So if you haven't checked that out yet, go check out the playlist. Link in the description. One thing that I'm going to be talking about is unmanifest into manifest. Things that, it's not that they don't exist per se, because they exist, but they exist in the unmanifest. And what we have to do is bring from the unmanifest to the manifest what we would like to bring. Unmanifest into manifest. We're basically watching what we're thinking. We are the seer and the scenery. Thoughts in your head are the scenery. You watch the thought. When you decide you like a thought or you want to act upon a thought, you bring it from the unmanifest to the manifest. And the other thing that I want to touch on before we get into the second law is we have all these mirrors in place. We have all these things that reflect the consciousness off of each other. Me, my sister, my family, my coworkers, this chair, and all you people on the internet as well. All this energy that I provide is basically for it to be reflected back at me, because I want to see, the consciousness wants to see how it looks. And you can't see yourself without a mirror. So if I'm not put in front of mirrors, then how do I know that I'm real? Does that make sense? I don't know. It kind of sounds crazy. It is crazy. Believe it or don't believe it, I don't know. Looking at something, you might absolutely atrociously hate it. After evaluating it more, you notice the subtle nuances, the subtle things that make that special thing so hateful that it becomes lovable. You have gone so far in a polarity of hate that the only other option to view things as is the other polarity, which is love. And it's not right or wrong, because they are the same thing. It's just your perspective. So let's get into the second law of spiritual success, the law of giving. The law of giving. The universe operates through dynamic exchange. Giving and receiving are different aspects of the flow of energy in the universe. And in our willingness to give that which we seek, we keep the abundance of the universe circulating in our lives. And it's actually fucking crazy that I was just talking about it. I didn't kind of plan that, but basically it's polarities. You're having so much of something. If you have so much of something, the only thing that you can do realistically is give it away. Or the opposite, if you have nothing, the only thing that you can gain is everything. The polarities are always there, and noticing which side you're on and trying to find the balance of it. You want just the right amount, because that creates flow. When you have too much of something, now your flow is blocked, right? If you all of a sudden have your blood flow stopped because you have not offered a reasonable way for the exchange or for the energy to keep flowing or the blood to keep flowing, if you have a clot or coagulation, your blood will not continue to flow, just as much as you hoarding everything will not create an abundance of the things that you're hoarding. You're only gonna have that little piece of what you're hoarding. It may not seem easier in the short run. It's easier to be more giving. I find it very interesting the way that servers survive. I am a waiter, bartender in trade. I survive purely off of the generosity of people. Let's put it plain and simple. That is literally it. I live off people's generosity. I don't know how I would live life without people's generosity. The only way that you can understand something to its full potential is by acting it out. That makes the most sense to me. So give it a try. Try to give a little more and watch how much you take back in. And when you take that much more back in, just know that it was for the fact that you gave it away. So don't hoard it. Don't hoard what you have, give it back. And one of the best ways to do this is to give away what you want most. It's interesting because I feel as though addicts, people in recovery can understand this When you give up something, you gain everything that you're looking for by holding on to that. When you give up, let's say, alcohol, because what you're looking for in alcohol is self-confidence, alcohol is not providing you self-confidence. It's not. It's masking the fact that you don't want to put in the effort for self-confidence. Take away alcohol, give it up. Give up the thing that you think that you want the most is alcohol every single day. Give it up. Give up alcohol. Guess what you gain? What you want the most. You gain that self-confidence. That's what you want the most. You get that. You give up what you want the most. You gain what you want the most. And it might not be so cut and dry, black and white of what you want. You don't even know what you want, but your body does. Your body, your mind, the consciousness, it knows. It's trying to tell you, you have to listen and let it flow. So if you ever feel like you're too much in abundance, try to give away, try to give. And if you ever feel like you don't have enough, try to give. Watch what comes back to you. An easy concept about the law of giving is how relationships work. Everything is in a relationship. The relationship between me and my viewers, the people that watch my content, the relationship between me and my mom, me and my roommates or my significant other, or the relationship between me and my camera. It's all give and take. All of it is give and take. You ask, yo, how do you have a relationship with your camera? Well, think about it. Think about what I'm giving to my camera. I'm giving my camera something to view, something to film, something to capture. I can give my full undivided attention and consciousness to the camera, provided that it's taking the consciousness. But also, just think about the relationships. In your relationship between you and your significant other, or you and your friend, you might pay for dinner one time, or they pay for the dinner the next time. And it's a give and a take. And it might not even be so like monetarily either. It might just be in emotional strength. One of the easiest ways to describe it is if you want something, give it away. If you want happiness, give happiness. You get what you give out. So if you're not giving 100% in your relationship, you're not gonna get 100% in your relationship. If you're half-assing your job, bet the job's gonna half-ass you. If you're half-assing at your job, your manager's gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna half-ass give you the schedule you want, or whatever the case. So one thing about this law that you have to think about, you say, Ryan, it's easy for me to give. I give everything away. I give everything away. But like I never receive anything back. Well, have you ever tried to receive anything back? Have you ever let anybody actually take care of you? That is one of the hardest things to do, because it shatters your pride and it can seem like it puts your self-worth down, right? Like you're like, wow, I'm not able to provide this for myself. Maybe you just weren't in the position at that time to make that payment on the car. Maybe you just weren't ready for that lesson. So one of the things that you have to think about is the willingness to receive. It is just as much a practice to give as it is a practice to receive. I would say I'm fortunate enough to have worked in this hospitality industry where receiving is basically my only option. In turn, I've had to learn the opposite more, is to give away more and not be so hoarding or just so like attached to things. When you actually let somebody take care of you, it may seem as though your self-worth is down. Flip your perspective around. Just know that that person providing for you or taking care of you or able to give you something is also in that same scenario of you giving away. They want to help you out. Like that is what they're doing. They're trying to help you. That's it. You have to accept that. If you're giving all this stuff away and you're like, oh, I can't have these people take care of me, you're not even letting them get their nut. You're like, oh my God, I love to give. I love to give. I'm fucking nutting all over the place because I'm giving, right? Like this is so awesome. They can't even get their nut because they can't give to you. To receive something is to be valued high in somebody else's eyes. And if you're valued high in somebody else's eyes, then in turn, you have to value yourself as semi-high, right? At least if somebody likes me, then I have to be somewhat valued. So that increases your self-worth, not devalues it. It's all in the matter of perspective. 3 ways to apply this law in your life. 1, practice giving. If you want something, give it away. 2, practice receiving. If you are constantly giving, try letting somebody give you something for once. Try letting the universe take care of you, which in turn, just think about it this way, you're letting yourself take care of yourself. And 3, be open to the circulation of everything. Circulation, it's a revolving door. Things come and go. It's a polarity of everything. And it sounds like it's rambling, but I'm trying to just give you many different options to think about it. Maybe one of them resonates more than the other. If the polarity concept of going up and down bars makes more sense than a revolving door, one thing makes more sense to some people than they do the other. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys. This has been awesome. If you liked any part of this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm having so much fun making these videos. Let me know in the comments if you are by nature more of a giver or more of a receiver. It's not right or wrong either way, but which one are you? And which one are you gonna practice more of? Don't forget to subscribe. This is only the 2nd video out of 7 videos. There's more to come. Hit the subscribe button, that way you know when I'm posting videos. Don't be afraid to be different. Thanks for watching, take care, see you in the next one.